Okay, so guys, we're gonna take it back where we left off, which is the biohacking the body to detox itself. So we are exposed to a lot of toxins in the day. This is a list of toxins that we're exposed to. So contaminated water, skincare products, plastics, pesticides, all of these things that we're exposed to in our day-to-day life. So it's so important to have our body detox itself every single day. And this is phase one. So phase one has everything to do with your liver, okay? Your liver is the number one organ for detoxing. It controls how you metabolize cholesterol. Now, cholesterol is a big, big thing. A lot of people think having high cholesterol or eating foods that are high in cholesterol is bad. This is the number one thing that we have been brainwashed to believe, that cholesterol is bad. Cholesterol is not bad. We need cholesterol in the body to convert into vitamin D. Now, a lot of us are vitamin D deficient, especially if you live in a country that it's not sunny every day, or you don't have access to clear skies and you can't have the sun soak into your skin. A lot of us are vitamin D deficient because we've been taught that if we have too much cholesterol, it's bad. If we have too much cholesterol, it can cause high blood pressure, etc. But cholesterol is actually the gateway to convert vitamin D. And vitamin D is so important because it plays a big role in your hormones. Your hormones tell your body what to do. So if your hormones are off, your body is off because your body is not receiving those signals to, produce certain enzymes, to produce certain hormones. Your body's not getting those key messaging signs. And that is all relayed back to cholesterol. So if your cholesterol is low, your hormones are imbalanced, and your body cannot regulate, and your body cannot operate at a homeostasis, and it can't function properly. So there's going to be dysregulation in the body. Now, cholesterol is also really important because it plays a key role in regulating blood sugar levels. This is important. This is the number one issue with people with diabetes. If you cannot regulate your blood sugar levels and you have spikes in your blood sugar level, this can lead to being pre-diabetic. Diabetes, we all know it's not a fun show. So cholesterol is really important. I want to emphasize that. Now, also, the liver is responsible for glycogen levels, releasing bowels, storing vitamins and minerals. So your liver is very important. This is the number one thing that you need to prioritize when it comes to detoxing. And this is the number one organ for detoxing. So your liver stores vitamins and minerals. This is also key to take note on as well, because this is how your body detoxes. Your body detoxes with the help of vitamins and minerals. So if you lack vitamins and minerals and nutrients, you're unable to detox. So you have to remember cholesterol, vitamins, and minerals. These are the three main key factors in detoxing and being able to detox on autopilot. These three things are very vital. Now, like I said, the liver is the first line of detoxifying and taking and removing toxins. And also your liver turns toxins into smaller molecules so they can be excreted. And this takes nutrients. So in order for you to detox, you need nutrients. Now, here is the solution. If your liver is offline, this is what you need to do to cleanse out the cellular waste. Now, berries, this is like my holy grail. Berries are the most powerful fruit on the planet when it comes to fighting off free radicals and heavy metal. So, like I said earlier, we are exposed to thousands of heavy metals, especially if you live in a big city. You're exposed to so much radiation. You're exposed to a lot of free radicals, a lot of heavy metals. Berries will move that out the body like no other. Berries are the highest fruits with the most antioxidants, and it will fight off heavy metals and oxidative stress. So if you are going through oxidative stress, your skin is soaking up a lot of free radicals, you live in a big city with a lot of heavy metals, you're feeling dull, berries will build back the cell like no other. If you're experiencing aging spots, wrinkles, hair loss, nail or brittle, your hormones need to be regulated, you have too much estrogen, or you're testosterone dominant, berries. Berries also help with the pituitary gland, which is the gland that's responsible for majority of your hormones. And as we know, your hormones tell your body what to do. In order to have that regulated, you need to be increasing the berries. So all forms of berries, there's so much forms of berries. That's why my personal favorite is berries. I love blueberries. I love mulberries. I love gooseberries. I love amla berries. I love all the berries. And all forms of berries are the most powerful when it comes to rebuilding back the cells. Now, another one too is dark leafy greens. So like I said, the liver needs nutrients to detoxify. So the most vital, important nutrients that you need is going to be your zinc, vitamin A, your B vitamins, your vitamin C, and of course your antioxidants. So the dark leafy greens are the most abundant when it comes to zinc, vitamin A, and vitamin C, especially spinach. Spinach is amazing. Spinach, your broccoli, your dandelion greens, your collard, those are amazing. The darker, the better because of that chlorophyll as well. And that chlorophyll will help with the heavy metals. So if you want to detox the blood, your dark leafy greens are the way to go, and you want to increase that. Now, mangoes. Mangoes are so slept on, but mangoes are very, very powerful. It's amazing for pregnant women as well. Mangoes will help with oxidative stress as well. And it's also high in vitamin C, which helps with the detoxification process. Now, these minerals that I've listed here will help kickstart it like no other. So even going on a mango fast is really, really good, especially for pregnant women. I can't stress this enough. It's high in vitamin C, high in zinc, and high in vitamin A. Now, I said that the liver is very, very important for detoxing. So if your liver is not online, you guys already know what I'm going to say. You need to take your liver herbs. Now, for the liver, the best way to get it back online if it's, not functioning at an optimal level is number one, the alcohol. So limit the alcohol and increase your liver herbs like dandelion root and ginger root. Now, these herbs are very easily accessible and these are amazing for the liver. This will get the liver back online, and this will have the liver to start kickstarting detoxification. So the liver herbs are the best. The bitter, the better. Your liver loves the bitter herbs. So ginger, dandelion, those two together it's a magical, magical combination. Okay, and I also have spearmint here as well because your liver is also responsible for metabolizing and breaking down your hormones and also the cholesterol as well, which is what converts vitamin D, which also helps balance out the estrogen in the body and the testosterone in the body. So spearmint is actually like a gateway to actually help balance the hormones. So this is also amazing to add in with the liver as well. So jot note the spearmint, that's amazing to add on. Now, phase 2 of detoxification is elimination. Now, a lot of people do not make it past stage 2. Stage 2 is all about reducing the toxin so it becomes water soluble, which means it's going to come out through the urine or it's going to come out through bowel movements, which is pooping. So it will turn into bowel or urine. And this is how you know that the elimination process has kickstarted when you notice more frequent urine. So when it comes to the phase of elimination, there's 2 types of important things that you need to realize. Elimination in the body is just metabolic waste. So how do you know that I'm in the elimination phase, or how do I know that I'm not in the elimination phase? So the number one way to know that you're not in the elimination phase and you didn't make it there is if you are struggling with these symptoms right here. So if you have excess metabolic waste in the body, so that could be stubborn belly fat, acne, rashes, skin issues, inflammation in the cells, tissue damage, this is how you know that you did not make it to the elimination phase. And this is really important to note because how you make it into this phase is by opening up your detox pathways. So this could either be the kidneys are not open or the liver is not online. And most times it's these 2 organs that are not online that are causing you to have metabolic waste stored in the body. Because remember, guys, waste needs to get outside of the body. And if it has nowhere to go, it will stay in the body and it will get reabsorbed into the bloodstream, which can cause acne, skin rashes, inflammation, and tissue damage. So it's really important that you open up these pathways. And the number one way to actually open up these pathways is to be able to absorb more nutrients. So this has all to do with your gut health. So if you are holding on to metabolic waste, especially if you have acne, skin issues, inflammation in the cells. This has to do with your gut health. Okay, everything stems from your gut health. So how well your body detoxes is determined by your gut health. So the solution to this is, I always say, in order to get your gut health online and improve your gut microbiome, you need to be eating in a circadian rhythm. This will naturally balance out your hormones because your hormones are naturally regulated by the sun. There is not one organ, there's not one system in your body, there is not one living entity on this realm that cannot survive without the sun. And this is exactly our body as well, because we are nature, which means that we operate with the sun. So eating in a circadian rhythm will help balance out the gut microbiome and help improve your gut health. So as we all know, guys, do not eat, and I repeat, do not eat before 12 p.m. You want to be making sure that you break your fast when the sun is at the highest in the sky. And this is when your energy levels are at the all-time high. Because I always say it takes energy to make energy. And what happens when you're eating food, you're breaking it down to create energy for the body. So if you are eating your heaviest meals as soon as you wake up when you don't have enough energy, then that does not make sense because your body needs energy to break down the food. And if you do not have energy to break down your food, then you cannot yield the energy from your food. So you want to make sure that you're breaking your fast when the sun is at the highest in the sky, which is at 12 p.m. Also, you want to eat your heaviest meals from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. And then you want to slowly decrease the quantity of food you eat from the time window 4 to 7. So basically, you want to have a small dinner. Because during this time, your body is producing melatonin, which is your sleep hormones, which means your body is decreasing in energy. And when your body decreases in energy, that means you decrease in energy, which means you don't have enough energy to break down a heavy dinner. So that's another thing as well that we kind of got backwards. We're told to have a heavy dinner, but that doesn't make sense because when our energy is decreasing, that means we don't have the energy to break down a heavy dinner. So, which means you have to stop eating completely at 7 p.m. and no later. So that is eating in a circadian rhythm. And then the next best way to improve your gut health is going on an all fruit diet, fully raw. Now, this is for healing. This is the best diet for healing. Okay. So if you are struggling with the gut health issues, your liver's not online, your kidneys are not online, then this is what you need to do. You need to eat all raw. Raw foods will help bring the cells back online. It will help improve your gut health, and it will help speed up and ease metabolism. This is important because this is how you absorb more nutrients. And as we spoke about earlier, you need nutrients to kickstart detoxification. So if you're not absorbing nutrients from your food because of poor gut health, then you need to eat more raw vegetables. So the best ratio that works like a charm is doing 80% raw fruits and 10% raw vegetables. This is how you kickstart detoxification like no other. The raw is the way to go because this is how your body can have the space to heal and regenerate itself. Okay. And these are the best herbs to regenerate each organ. So your dandelion root is the best herb to regenerate your liver. Now, the burdock root is the best herb to regenerate your blood or to kickstart detoxification in your circulatory system. Along with sarsaparilla root, this is amazing for your blood and for the circulatory system. Now, nettle root is amazing for the kidneys. This will kickstart the kidneys and get excess fluid out the body. So if you wake up puffy, you wake up inflamed and bloated, the nettle root will help get rid of the excess fluid. Red clover is amazing for your lymphatic system. This will help as well balance the lymph nodes and balance the lymph fluid in the body and get rid of excess fluid and dead blood cells and dead debris from the cells. Elderberry is also a great one to add as well. This is amazing, of course, again, for the pituitary gland, but also if you deal with common cold and mucus. Elderberry is the best herb to deal with mucus and to deal with common cold symptoms. So these are the best herbs to add on your list when you are going through any sort of detox or healing. These herbs will kickstart healing like no other, you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to move into phase 3. Phase 3 is the movement. So this is the transport of proteins. This is what makes toxins move throughout the body. So when I talk about proteins, I'm not necessarily talking about proteins that come from food. So I'm not talking about, proteins that come from your meats or your beans, your nuts and seeds. I'm talking about the proteins that your body naturally produces. So proteins, of course, are essential amino acids, which are nitrogen-based chains. And these are the building blocks of the cells. I call protein the helper. I call it like the backbone. So like protein's almost like that foundation, like that father of your cells. And most amino acids are manufactured by the body except lysine. So most amino acids the body makes itself. So when it comes to protein, since it is acidic, you want to make sure that you're not going over your protein intake and you're not going under. So most of the women in here are between 25 to 60. So the best or the right amount of protein to get for you would be 60 grams, and you should not be going over, you should not be going under. Because your body naturally manufactures protein, protein in the body needs to remain at a certain amount so your body doesn't become over acidic. So the protein in the body called glycoprotein, this is what moves the remaining toxins from the cells and puts it back into your detox organs. So phase 3 is very, very important because any remaining toxins from the body that didn't get removed in phase 2 will get sent back into your detox organs. So it will be sent back into the liver, it will be sent back into the kidneys, it will get sent back into the blood, the gut, the lymphatic system, etc. And it will start phase 1 all over again. But if phase 3 fails, this is where it gets scary because this is where this dis-ease starts. So if phase 3 fails and your body cannot break down the excess toxins and your body is not allowing the proteins to break down these toxins, then what happens is that in phase 3, this is where the IBS comes in. This is where the Alzheimer's come in. This is where the cancer comes in. This is where you have a bunch of dis-ease like symptoms, and even it manifests as actual dis-ease in the body. You name it, there's a dis-ease for it. And this is what happens in phase 3. So if you do not pass phase 3, this is where we need the heaviness and we need to really kickstart detoxification because this is where it leads to dis-ease in the body. It could even lead to cancer as well if you don't detox immediately. So the best solution for this, if you did not pass phase 3, you need to help the body move the toxins by fasting. So this is where fasting is a must. Stage 3, fasting is a must. Now, the best way to fast is doing a fruit fast because fruit, especially astringent fruit, it pulls excess toxins, mucus, and acid out of the cells like no other. So you want to increase these fruits, okay? I have a list of fruits to increase: grapes, apples, key limes, pomegranates, tangerine, mango, oranges, grapefruit, peaches, pears, and pineapple. These are astringent fruits. Astringent fruits are amazing for detoxing and it pulls acid out of the cells. This is very important because when you're eating too much protein in your diet, this becomes an acidic environment. And acids are corrosive in nature. So what acids do is that acid, especially acidosis, when you have too much acid in the body, it will chew up at the cells. And we don't want that because when there's too much acid chewing at the cells cannot regenerate itself. And this is where you get diseases like cancer, you get dementia, you get all these different diseases, which is not what we want. We want to make sure that the body is at a balance. Now, acids to an extent are helpful for the body. We need a balance of acids and alkaline. So we need that balance. But what happens is that when there's too much acid, this is where your body becomes corrosive. This is where these horrible, horrible symptoms come in. And this is where dis-ease comes in because your body is under stress. So these fruits right here will kickstart it and remove the toxins and remove the acid and the acidosis out of the body. So I believe that is the full entire phase. So we went through phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Okay, so this is very, very important once again when it comes to detoxing and when it comes to opening up the pathways. So if you are on a detox right now and you are experiencing purging symptoms, this could be any sort of purging symptoms. This could be horrible breath in the morning. This could be BO. This could be acne. This could be rashes. This could be, mucus coming out of your nose, mucus coming out of your eyes. We want to make sure that we are taking a look at the phases that we're in and seeing where we're at. So if you're at phase 1, then that means that your liver needs help. And phase 1 is usually when you're constipated and you're not peeing and you're holding on to a lot of water. So that's phase 1. So if you're in phase 1, then your solution would be to up the berries, your dark leafy greens, your mangoes, your horsetail, and then having your liver herbs. Now, if you're in phase 2, this means that it's getting severe and it's becoming a skin issue, because when you have too much metabolic waste in the body, your skin will be the first place where you will notice, because your skin is your largest organ. So all of the waste will appear on your skin. So phase 2, you'll know that you're in phase 2 is when you have rashes, acne, skin issues, inflammation, tissue damage, all of that. So that's how you know you're in phase 2. Now, phase 3 is a little bit tricky, but it's more severe. So you will know that you're in phase 3 when you start to have dis-ease symptoms. So it starts to manifest as a dis-ease. So this could be, you get pre-diabetic, or you develop diabetes, you have, thyroid issues, hormonal issues, you have IBS. So this is how you know you're in stage 3. And stage 3 is what I like to call, get help type of thing, like seek help immediately, because this is the detrimental phase. Okay, so this is the 3 main phases of detoxification, and this is how you biohack your body to detoxify itself in every single phase. So I hope this was helpful. Once again, you guys, you will get access to this step-by-step guide in the community, so don't worry. Everything will be there, and of course, you will have access to the live as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to see if there is any comments in the chat. So I'm just going to go through the chat right now. Okay. So I'm also going to stop recording.